And now it's like you're a shell of yourself. You're kind of a joke.
Yeah.
And how much of his success was his skill, but also his ability to market himself?
It's the total package for him in his prime. I mean, it was the
Yeah.
perfect storm. I was actually, so before this, my degree in college is actually in journalism. I covered the UFC professionally for like 10 years for Bleacher Report,
Oh,
MMA
really?
fighting. Yeah,
Okay.
I ran Flow Combat for a long time. So I would literally cover events and interview fighters, coaches, and all that kind of stuff. And Conor's rise was when I was covering the sport. So I was like thick in it at that time. And from that perspective, like Rousey was huge, but McGregor was an
It was
entirely different
complete. It
level.
was international.
Yeah, it was the perfect storm of everything.
Hmm.
And then the 13-second knockout about it, like you can't script anything better to take his stock to the
Hmm.
moon, and then the performance against Alvarez. And then, like you said, it's the class. I mean, it seems surprising and unfortunate, but at the same time, how many times throughout the history of sports have we seen somebody
Yeah.
reach the top and then stop caring? It's, that classic quote, it's hard to wake up when you're sleeping in silk sheets.
Yeah.
Like, that's so true. And you see it happen all the time.
Well,
So,
and people want to watch what's unfolding, and then they're like, "Well, no, it's not. It's literally right in front of you."
yeah,
I mean, he looks like
yeah,
he's completely lost his
he's
passion for
gone.
fighting,
Yeah.
and kudos to him, man. You made a
Yeah.
bunch of money. I don't think there's anything wrong with
Yeah.
it. I think what bothers me is that he's
He's
still
acting like he's not out.
you can almost tell that, and this is why I think maybe the early Connor is obviously he's a true fighter. You don't get there without being a fighter.
Yeah,
All the money in the world can't take away that thing inside of
for
him.
sure.
And I think he's disappointed in himself, maybe. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
always talking, probably frustrated. I think the UFC's probably kept him out of the ring to help
Hmm.
with the negotiations with the TV deal. Like having two more Connor fights is helpful. But
I
how
would
long
say
does
so.
that stay? It's just like when you hear him talk, it's like, man,
Yeah.
it's kind of
Yeah.
cringy.
Yeah, it really is. And then there's the whole, substance abuse angle of it too that clearly
Yeah.
seems like it's happening, but it's exactly what you said. And I think this is just life in general for anybody.